Hi, and welcome to TTELT, Teaching Tips for English Language Teachers, a program of educators worldwide. I'm your host today, Melanie Gobert.
Hello, everyone. This is Melanie Gobert, your host for today's episode of TTELT, Teaching Tips for English Language Teachers. Joining us today is Dr. Khaleda Almansoori from the American University in Ras Al Khaimah in the United Arab Emirates. She's an assistant professor and coordinator of the academic recovery and community-oriented student life activities. Welcome, Dr. Khaleda.
Welcome. Thank you, Melanie. I'm happy to be with you in this nice interview regarding our work on academic recovery.
Yes, your topic is enhancing academic recovery, investigating effective strategies in education. But before we begin, can you please tell me what you mean by academic recovery?
Yeah, for me, academic recovery is just providing the support needed for students who are struggling in their academic life. Education, progress, you see. So, recovery is just providing that support after realizing their needs, okay, and help them to finish and pass the probation or the warnings at the stage and lift up their GPA to be over 2.
Okay. And can you tell me what specific challenges you encountered in supporting academic recovery from your students?
Actually, in supporting academic recovery among students, several challenges actually rose. Sometimes it's disagreement, sometimes social emotional struggle that students have, sometimes the level of readiness or re-engagement of students in academic content. So that's these some of the challenges. But I chose, I think, one of the effective strategies that I worked on and helped in in solving some or just facing these several challenges was personalizing the intervention plans. So we tailor the support for students to individual student needs. So, for example, I start by conducting comprehensive assessment. Why I insist to do this at the beginning, or once the students' progress is not that over, I mean, true. So, first, I want to identify a specific area of struggle. Where exactly they need me? What exactly need to be done? So then we put target support plan for that type of students, okay, and address these challenges to be more effective when we work on them. So for example, I really foster positive and supportive learning environment for the students. We have good communication with them. They feel at ease to come to the office and talk about themselves. And also we designed an activity to set goals together with their mentors to motivate them to actively participate in their academic recovery journey. So that's what I find it. One thing also was really challenging is that some of the students, they don't feel, or they feel shy or reluctant to come, some of them, and they don't seek support from us, though we decided that to reach them in a different way. One of the way that we worked on is that students whose GPA are below 2 immediately will be reported by registration and put them in a class. So they have to do a nice course on learning strategies and study skills. That's 3 credit, 1 credit hour that the student should do. So automatically, those students below the successful, I mean, level, they will be joining that course, and that was very successful. One of the things that this course is different, designed, tailored, how the material or the content, the teaching strategies, the involvement, the assessment tools used to sit for that course was really nicely, I mean, planned and prepared. So that's how I deal with these challenges, and how, and the best way, or I mean the most effective way that we found it can really support those students according to their needs.
Okay, and what kind of outcomes or improvements have you seen in the students as a result
Mhm.
of your academic interventions?
Okay, I've done a study on this. Before joining the program, this the academic recovery program, first of all, I check their GPA, okay, and have a data on all their those students' GPA. And after doing the course and doing all the activities, I checked their marks on how much they got. For example, some of them will get A, B, C, wherever, and then I checked their GPA in the coming semester. So after doing this course with me, okay, with this course, which we call it You Pass 100, and I checked their GPA after one semester after this. So I'm working on this now for 4 years. So we realized, I realized also the data told me that students who got A and B, their GPA jumped into really to 3 instead of 2. So all of the students, I can say, the results of the study say that all the students who pass with A and B, their GPA went really fast up. And those who failed, they because of absence, because of submitting their work on that, their GPA remained below 2, or just rose up just a bit, 2.3 to point. So that's one of the results that prove that we were successful in this intervention program, and we gave the support for those students, this students academic recovery, I mean, pass it to the students, and improvement were observed. So that's one of the results I worked on. So checking the students level, okay, or their cumulative GPA, and then we they do the course and got all the support. They join the whole program, meet the tutors, whatever, and then we check their GPA after doing the course. And I'm happy to tell you that yes, we were successful in our in dealing with this type of. One of the things I found it very successful in doing this course, or making the students, force the students to do this course, is that one of the assessment is that they must interview their they must meet their mentor or their instructor. So 15% of the grade will go for these meetings, and during those meetings they will set the plans, and they will be also setting daily plan for studying. This really worked. I can share with you stories with my students that they came to me and they started talking about whenever they are coming, they are having some concerns, some issues to discuss. We raise these questions together. They sign that we met, and we talk about, and we start planning. So we talk about their priorities, things that they need to work and they start with, how they will feel it, how they will do it. So when they're gonna do it, how they gonna do it. So all these things are in that meeting. So then after another meeting, so 2 meetings minimum, is that they being trained on to have a a weekly plan on when to study, what to study, and according, and we link it or with their syllabus. So the course that they struggle in it, so we link their study plan on a weekly base on that course. So when the assessment, for example, when they need to submit the assignment, when they have a quiz, so they plan their studying according. And I always tell them that any course you have, put your plan here and give it 3 hours of study for each course you are doing. So this is an example of successful intervention that we use. So course called
Okay.
You Pass 100.
Let me
Another one.
let me
Yes,
just
go ahead.
interrupt you to ask one final question. We're almost out of time.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, so
what role does collaboration between educators, students, and families play in enhancing the academic recovery efforts?
actually, one of successful intervention I've implemented is the creation of a small group tutoring sessions. We focus on remedial instruction, okay, in key subject area. Okay, so the support they got from their colleague, because some of the students they said we want to be tutors and we support each other. I realized that they learn much better from their colleagues because they feel they are on the same level and they are supporting each another, you know. So allowing for personalized attention and reinforcement received from their colleague helped a lot. One of the stories I can share with you that parents started coming to see me. They said, I want to see it, and sending regards to me with their kids. Okay. For example, one of the parents came to say, I want to thank you because my son now he has a plan and he said, I'm not going out. I have a plan. Today I'm doing this. So she said, I'm really happy because the plan not only study, the plan also when to eat, when to sleep. I want to make sure that they eat healthy food and they practice exercise and they have some entertainment in their plan. So they thanked me. So I met many of the other students wrote it actually in there at the end of the course. The students write a reflective report on the thing on this how their skills been developed and things that they learned and things that they need to work on. So they wrote this to me. Thank you, doctor. Thank you that now we are planning. I will keep this habit of planning in all my life because we learned how to plan on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and maybe summer based. So that's one of the things that, so I can say that welcoming parents, involving parents in this, you know, recovery program really help students to develop. So regular
Okay.
progress can be monitored and the adjustment of any intervention strategies can be changed based on these meetings.
Okay. I'd
And
like to
also I'm
thank you very
sharing
much.
sharing also this, you know, work with educators around may help in enhancing academic recovery efforts that we are having. Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Khaled, for joining us today for today's episode of TTELT, Teaching Tips for English Language Teachers. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, let's work together as a team, cohesive team, to provide comprehensive support for our students, struggling students. Thank you, Melanie. I'm happy to be in this interview. Thanks.
Thank you for joining us today. Share with us how you are using these tips. Leave us a comment or voice message on social media or at ttelt.org. Thanks for joining this episode of TTELT, brought to you by educators worldwide. Follow, like, and subscribe to TTELT on your social media and try a new teaching tip today.